Following program is rated TV MALV. It contains strong language and violence. It is intended only for mature audiences.
Three, two, 1, 0.
Yes. It is my favorite week. It is Mayhem week. Welcome back, everybody, to Monday Night Mayhem. And this is kind of a milestone episode for us, as this is the 10th episode of Monday Night Mayhem. And my brothers and sisters, this right here, tonight is going to be some crazy. And we're not holding back. We're starting right here, right now. Now, we're going to be honest here. This is the elephant in the room. Everyone has been asking since last week's episode, how is Austin Zero going to respond to the first real strike from the world champion? Everyone warned him. This is a game that is very dangerous. That one has no rules. Makes him play by no rules. So, when 1 out of 5, I don't know. So, he promised to address this entire moment, this entire situation. So, here he is. The moment's now. And I'm saying this with all puns intended. The truth be told, it's about to get serious in this. It's about to get legit. This man is going to have to do some soul searching. And really have to figure out if he's built to take on the mountain, to basically take on the final boss of this company. But he looks confident. He looks confident, as he always does. And I'm gonna be honest with you, perception is reality. So if you look confident, you feel confident. But it's time to hear what he's thinking.
Faithful, what am I supposed to do? I mean, I was out here trying to take on Mason Brooks and, capture my moment. Yet, it seems like every chance I get where I get a step closer to Brooks, someone from Rogue Elite or just something happens and starts to derail me. Like, I beat Damian Walker one-on-one. No Rogue Elite interference. The moment Brooks is out there, shit goes south and I lose the match. It's like I can't beat the numbers game. What am I supposed to do? I mean, I don't know if I got what it takes. Like, I'm out here trying to give it my best shot, but it's 1v4. How am I supposed to beat that? Can I beat that? I don't know. I mean, I'm starting to run out of ideas. I don't know if I can do this anymore, I don't know what to do.
I told you. I promised craziness. I promised something serious. And I don't lie when I say this. Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time in 2 years, Charlie Sigma is back in Pure Wrestling Alliance. The greatest of all time, Charlie Sigma has returned, and there is not a man, woman, or child standing still. There is not an ass in a seat. My goosebumps have goosebumps, ladies and gentlemen. This is what moments are made of. This is what you can call a mayhem moment. And Charlie Sigma, even though there's a man that calls himself the moment, Charlie Sigma's still here making these moments, ladies and gentlemen. This is unreal. Revel in the moment. Enjoy this. If you're crying, I don't blame you. But the boy is back. The Australian asshole, the antagonist, Charlie Sigma, has returned. And if he's out here, it's for a very good reason. If he's out here, it's got to be to address Austin Zero. It's got to be to address the world title match at Pandora's Box. And ladies and gentlemen, if you were questioning if this match was as big as we're making it out to be, Charlie Sigma has just came down to this ring right here tonight to talk to the #1 contender. That alone should tell you the severity and what's at stake at Pandora's Box when they go 2 out of 3 falls for the World Heavyweight title. Oh my, this is insane. You can hear the crowd. They're chanting for Sigma. This is unreal. Just listen to them.
You know, Austin, I didn't travel all the way from Melbourne and come back for the first time in nearly 2 years to hear you stand in the middle of this ring and say you don't know if you can capture the moment. Austin, look around you right now. Do you see these people? These people are the moment you should be trying to capture, and here you are complaining about a couple of guys jumping you. If you think getting jumped now is bad, then my friend, I don't think you are as ready as you think after all. You think I quit when I was lined up against men like most hated. What if I would have quit when I walked into enemy territory that was XWC? This company probably wouldn't even be here today. Mason Brooks is unlike any other man in this industry, far from the men I came up in this business with, and he has become a completely different person since the days that I ran the roads with Mason. He's become angry, he's become power hungry. He thinks he's God himself. That is exactly why we need you, Austin Zero. We need you to be the hero that this place needs. We need you to be the hero that Keith Matthews couldn't be. We need you to be the hero Jordan Biggs couldn't be. Austin, we need you to be the hero I couldn't be. You're saying you can't capture the moment, even though these people believe you can. Your family believes that you can. All these people that paid a ticket tonight believe that you can. Your wife, who watched you struggle through every part of this journey, believes that you can. Is that not enough? For the first time ever, there are cracks in the armor of the most dominant faction in all of this industry, and it's solely because of you. The idea that the most dominant champion in the history of PWA can actually be defeated is now a possibility because of you. Do me a favor, Zero. You walk into Pandora's Box and you walk into that ring and you crack open Mason Brooks, and you find out for yourself if you are the man you think you are. And you don't come back until you capture the moment. I'm not telling you this as a Hall of Famer. I'm not telling you this as a friend. I'm telling you this as the new general manager of Monday Night Mayhem. And tonight you start by facing your own demons. Tonight you will take on Denzel Dixon 1-1. Good luck, Austin.
Nah, this might be the best Mayhem of the year, and we're only 8 minutes in. Ladies and gentlemen, Charlie Sigma has just shocked the entire world and has just announced he is the general manager of Monday Night Mayhem with a huge reality check to the #1 contender going into this world title match at Pandora's Box. Folks, this is unreal. This is what moments are made of. Like I said, this is what this whole feud has been built off of, right? Moments. Well, this is one that Mason, the roster, or anyone in Pure Wrestling Alliance will ever forget. And this is going to be a fun fallout. And we're only getting started, ladies and gentlemen. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget, tonight's main event, it is now official. Denzel Dixon will take on his former tag team partner in Austin Zero tonight. I ain't gonna lie, this is already turned out to be quite the electric night. But enough about that, we'll come back to that. Now we're gonna get off with our opening contest for the night, and that's one half of the Pure Tag Team Champions, Damian Walker, going one-on-one against Swindle Soprano. And folks, like I always say, when there's a Swindle Soprano match, people are gonna view, because the Gabagoo is gonna keep on Gabagooing. But can the Gabagoo stand off and survive the onslaught that is the wavy one, that is Damian Walker? Damian Walker, week in and week out, he might not always get it done, but when Rogue Elite needs him, he knows when and where to show up. And you gotta be thinking about what just happened in the kickoff portion of our show Rogue Elite has to be in a state of disarray. There has to be a lot more uncertainty in the clubhouse of Rogue Elite now with the emergence of the new general manager, the antagonist, Charlie Sigma. So that happened. Now Rogue Elite is having their first contest of the night. If I'm them, this match is a very, very important match. This match sets the tone for the entire run going forward for this group. If they can go out there and win tonight, they set the tone and send a powerful message that basically says, doesn't matter who the GM is, at what time, it does not matter, we run the show. And that is a statement-making move. If Rogue Elite and Damian Walker come out here tonight and win the first match under the Charlie Sigma regime. So without further ado, folks, let's ring this bell and let's get this match started. Damian Walker coming out the gate hot with his favorite move, the package pile driver, dropping what Nick Justice would call the big Italian right on his head. But the big Italian, Swindle Soprano, is not to be outdone. He's coming out. Oh, looked like he was looking for some sort of Rainmaker variation. But Walker, being ever so quick-witted inside the ring, knew how to get out of that jam. Tonight, there's no Mason Brooks at ringside for Damian Walker. So if he ends up in some very deep water, the world champion is not here to bail him out this time. Walker is going to have to find his way home tonight in this matchup. And he follows up and he hits a huge backbreaker, absolutely knocking the air out of Swindle Soprano. And Swindle just seems to be not in the right state of mind. After that first package pile driver, I feel like he might have been knocked so loopy that he doesn't know exactly where he's at. As you can see, when he gets woken up, he's not through there. As Walker lands a huge brain buster, flooring Swindle right into the ground. Like I said, Swindle doesn't seem to be in the right place right now. He's looking to acclimate himself. He has to find an opening in this match to create some space. If he can create some space, he can reacclimate, redesign, and re-game plan his approach in this match against Walker. But he has so much on his plate as well. Last week, we unveiled the match tag for Pandora's box. And Damian Walker was unfortunately not drawn in any match on the card, but Swindle Soprano was. And not in just any match. Swindle Soprano was drawn for the #1 contenders match for the Global Championship. And that match includes Gordon Biggs, Crazy, and Helio Grady. Three men that Swindle Soprano is no stranger against. Has faced every single one of these men, came up short against two of them, but also has his victory. So Swindle has to be feeling positive and confident going into this title match. So many things are in his way, but there are so many other things that are also in his favor. So he has to just continue to keep working and keep on fighting. As Walker lands a huge DDT and kicks up, and Walker is looking great. Walker is looking like he's $1,000,000. He's ready to go out there. Oh, but he has him. Oh, this is it. This is it. Got him. Drops him down, kisses the fist, and drops the clothesline. Vintage Damian Walker. We see it every week, and the crowd eats it up every single time. But Swindle Soprano is tired of it. Now he's starting to fight back. He's starting to create that distance that I was mentioning earlier and he needs to do. And there it goes. Swindle Soprano has did exactly what we were looking for and expecting him to do. Create space and reacclimate himself. And now you should see a different approach from Swindle. And there he goes. There he goes. Coming out the gate with a huge counter followed up by a monster shotgun dropkick. And I'm standing by my statement from last week. A man of that size has no business doing a shotgun dropkick, and Damian Walker, with very good reason, is getting out of the way and reacclimating himself. But there he goes, another package pile driver, landed it, and that might just put Swindle Soprano right back to square one in this matchup. And truth be told, the game plan for this match, I believe, if you're not just Damian Walker, but as a collective unit of Rogue Elite, it's not even to win this match. And I know you're looking at me right now like, Lit, what do you mean the goal is to win the match? Well, the goal is not to win the match, and here is why. If Damian Walker comes in here and wins this match, it's perfect. He wins. But if he doesn't win, he still wins, and this is why. Swindle Soprano is drawn into that number 1 contender. And if Damian Walker can weaken one more opponent for Crazy walking into this fatal 4-way, that means there is one less opponent for Crazy to worry about when he steps into Pandora's box to defend his global championship, and not just any fatal 4-way, the most dangerous fatal 4-way in the history of Pure Wrestling Alliance. Speaking of dangerous, Berta Breaker from the wavy one. Cover him. 1, 2, and a kick out from Soprano. And it's going to take a lot more than just one vertebraker to put down the big Italian Swindle Soprano. And these two men are trading blows back and forth. But back to my point. If Damian Walker comes out here, but these men are just trading signature move after signature move. The Gabagoo elbow drop. Cover him. 1, 2, not even a 2 count from Walker, showing that he is completely unfazed by one of the biggest moves in the arsenal of Soprano. And this is, again, one thing I've kept going back to over and over again. It was if Walker does the damage that needs to get done, is one less person for Swindle to worry about. One less person for Crazy to walk into that ring with and have to worry about, and it makes it easier for the overall mission of Rogue Elite. But this is bad. This is bad to the overall mission. But he was saved by the rope, positioning, and just absolute fate has helped. Big one for the cover again. 1, 2, Swindle honestly thought that was it, and you can't blame him. He went for the double cover, and I would have too in that situation, because no normal man is going to kick out of a Swindle stunner. And an Oshigoroshi from Swindle Soprano, and he is now going after the back and neck region of Damian Walker, but showing, and a huge stalemate. One man came out with a flying knee, and he came out with that spinning back elbow, a move we've seen him win tons of matches with, week after week after week. But Swindle has got him up and lands a huge spinning body slam. And say what you want, ladies and gentlemen, Swindle Soprano is stunting. He's coming out here and he's playing with everything he's got. And Walker is in a world of trouble, and I don't think he's going to be able to get out of this wave of danger. But here we go, Swindle stunner. But he has to cover him. He has to cover him. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2.5. And ladies and gentlemen, I don't think Walker can withstand another Swindle stunner. If he takes another Swindle stunner, folks, I'm telling you, we're packing this up. And if you're Rogue Elite, you might want to come flying down this ring in the next 2 minutes, because your boy is in a world of trouble. Walker showing a little bit of fight, some signs of life coming out. It's this, kicks to the gut. Followed by another kick to the gut and a huge clothesline. All right, he's feeling it. He's revving up the gun, and I think he's coming for something crazy. What offense from the wavy one. Damn. Ladies and gentlemen, this is why I keep saying every single week, Damian Walker is one of the most exciting professional wrestlers. But what a crash and what a burn from Damian Walker. And he doesn't care. He's running off pure adrenaline. He absolutely just ate shit, but he's walking around and showing them that he is unfazed. But he's going underneath the ring, ladies and gentlemen. This is not a no disqualification match, and I think he's realized that. And that he was gonna possibly take the easy way out, and you can't necessarily say you're surprised from anyone in Rogue Elite, let alone Damian Walker, as he's stomping a mud hole inside of Swindle Soprano. And we've seen this before. There we go, Northern Lights, followed up by the Brain Buster. The core strength from Damian Walker is second to none. He is one of the best pure athletes, no pun intended, on the Pure Wrestling Alliance roster. And he shows it every single time he comes out. I think he was going for that vertebraker. I feel like that's what he was sizing up for, but Swindle, textbook, grafted, and got out of the way. That is what Swindle Soprano does. People don't take Swindle Soprano serious because he likes to have a good time. He likes to come out, he likes to laugh, he likes to enjoy life, and people don't take that serious. But when that bell rings, he is one of, if not the most serious competitor on the entire roster, with Walker throwing out a super kick and got textbook choreographed again by Swindle Soprano, and Swindle gets nailed with a huge shining wizard. And folks, this is starting to get into the witching hour. I call this the witching hour of matches, where the next move could be the last move. You got to make sure that your last move is topped by your next move. And both of these men are pulling out big move after big move. Oh, but speaking of big moves, the gobble-goo elbow chop. There it goes. Cover him. He has it. Ref's getting down. 1, 2. Oh, and a kick out. A kick out at 2.5, and you can see the desperation inside of the face of the Swindle Soprano. But this is when you gotta dig deep. You gotta find that resilience, that determination that got you to the dance. What a knee strike by Walker. And you gotta dig deep, and you gotta find it, because the next move, the next finishing move, that spinning back elbow drop or that vertebraker, could be the absolute seal button onto the 5th wrap of this match. Both men going out there throwing shots and trading blows. Swindle stunner, going for the cover. 1. Oh, but Damian Walker, again, one of the best professional wrestlers in the world, always knowing where he's at. Oh, but he got right back up, dodged what seemed to be another Swindle stunner, and folks, this is it. But oh, another Swindle stunner out of nowhere. Going, cover 1, 2, oh! Kick out at 2.5. These men are throwing it all out on the line. And folks, this can main event any building, in any arena, any show. This is what you look for when you ask to say, I want professional wrestling. Well, you're gonna get professional wrestling week in and week out here. And another Swindle Soprano stunner. But can this be it? 1, 2, 3. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't care what you tell me. After a victory like that, there is no man more dangerous than Swindle Soprano. He is absolutely on fire, and that spells doom for Rogue Elite at Pandora's Box. But stay with us, because up next we have words from a very angry Huey O'Grady.
Now, God is good. Can I get an amen? How's everybody doing here tonight? Good? Great. As everybody knows, I'm here to give the final word on PWA's most unbeloved Jordan Biggs. Now, I had a statement that I prepared and was ready to deliver here tonight, but I think I'll just be better if I just speak from the heart and directly at Jordan, so that he can hear me very clearly from wherever he is in the afterlife. Jordan, when I came out here and requested my way out of money, power, respect, I didn't do it without knowing that this was going to be the outcome. How stupid do you think that I am? I knew that your egotistical mind was going to find a way to try and flip this around to make it look like I need you, when in all reality, you need me. Without me, money, power, respect is a one-man lost army. And the only thing keeping you relevant is your elaborate entrance at the premium live events. Because it isn't your performance in the ring. You suck. Without me helping you attack Mason Brooks, you probably would have ran down to the ring and got your ass handed to you, just like you did at the Rumble. Truth be told, Jordan, I'm disappointed in you. Not because you can't handle your own in the ring, but because I'm really the one that saw the potential, not the other way around. You ain't picked me, I picked you. You just had the bigger name here in the Alliance. I was new, and I saw an opportunity to make a name for myself. I took the drive to the basket, and I dunked the ball and got the and one. You came on here last week and called me a pawn. When in reality, you're the one that was getting played. Jordan, you can come on here acting extremely nonchalant, acting like nothing bothers you, and the only reason you show up here is for a quote-unquote bag. But I know the real you. It's killing you inside to know that I'm better than you. On the microphone, in the ring, I got the better entrance. Definitely the better ring gear. Come on, fucking bum. It's eating away at you, my boy. To see someone that you created, I guess, if you want to go that route, take your style and perfect it to a degree you can't even imagine yourself. Ladies and gentlemen, here lies the future of Jordan Biggs. A manipulative, egotistical, self-centered loser. I'm sad that his career is being cut short. But that's what happens when you bite off more than you can chew, ain't it, my boy? Now, as I leave my competition, respirator style, watch me climb the ladder to success, escalator style. Jordan, you're nobody until somebody kills you.
Wow. Now those is fighting words. I don't care where you're from. Those are words that once they are said, there is absolutely no coming back from. Julio Grady just absolutely ethered Jordan Biggs. And I don't care what anybody says. You can at me, you can say whatever you want. That was absolutely disrespectful. So folks, our Fatal 4-Way is shaping up to be something unlike anything you've seen before. It's going to be violent. It's going to be personal. It's going to be must-see. But that's then, this is now, and now we are walking into one of the most interesting matchups of the night. And that, my friend, is Reckless Rebel going up against Jordan Jacobs. Now, they've had this match once before, and it saw Jordan Jacobs coming out on top. But that was Reckless Rebel a few months ago. Reckless Rebel has been on an absolute tear, and I mention this every single time he is in this ring. He is back. He is calling himself the Legacy Killer once again, and that is with absolute purpose. And I know he's coming out here with a purpose, and that is to put a dent and a halt in the momentum of the hottest champion in not just Pure Wrestling Alliance, all of professional wrestling. And that is right there, that man, the Jordan Jacobs, the United States champion, the Jordan Jacobs, the Phoenix, has arrived. And I am telling you right now, if you want to look at his title reign, he has faced the most impressive line of challengers that you can put up against anyone's title reign. I don't care who you want. Roman Reigns, Gunther, Mason Brooks, Nick Justice. This man right here has been an elite level champion in all of professional wrestling. You gotta see all the people he's faced off against. Reckless Rebel, Swindle Soprano, Damian Walker, his own tag team partner at one point, Hunter. You know what I mean? He has faced an elite level of talent, and he has knocked them off every single time. And if you really want to get into it, he's even knocked off one of our champions when he defeated Crazy one-on-one just a few weeks ago. I'm telling you, Jordan Jacobs is the phoenix that's going to keep on rising and keep on rising. And even if he drops this United States Championship sometime soon, that does not matter, because at the end of the day, when he keeps rising, a man like Mason Brooks is going to have to pay attention to that man one more time. And we're about to get it on. Reckless Rebel coming out the gate, huge, with a huge kick, flooring him. And he's telling him to come on, but you can't do that to Jordan Jacobs. If you taunt Jordan Jacobs, he is going to come, and he is going to keep on coming at you until you give up. And Jordan Jacobs coming out hard, drops Reckless and is taunting, and he's showing it off. Both men coming out the gate with hard-hitting action. There is nothing more to be seen but this. It is going to be violent. It is going to be beautiful, and this is what you call beautiful violence. Isn't that what we love in professional wrestling nowadays? Well, you're getting it right here. Oh, I think Jordan Jacobs was going for a huge super kick, but Reckless just got out the way in the absolute nick of all time. And Jordan Jacobs, you're facing a man whose one MO is violence. He is going up and he is calling himself the Legacy Killer. Let that sink into what that means. He is not here to win matches. He is here to kill legacies. And the thing is, when you step into Reckless Rebel, when you step right up to Reckless Rebel in this element, it's not about wins, it's not about losses. As you can say, I say that about a lot of people, but this is the most violent roster ever assembled in this company's history, where men are not just here to win, they're here to scar, they're here to maim, and they're here to destroy. And that is what Reckless Rebel is here to do. If he can be just a smidge of the reason why Liam Ingle wins the United States Championship at Pandora's Box, that is just as big as a deal as capturing the United States Championship to Reckless Rebel. He thrives off breaking dreams. He thrives off ruining opportunities for others because he is an agent of chaos. As Reckless absolutely jacks the jaw of Jordan Jacobs, leaving him stunned, and he is just pummeling his face with fist after fist after fist, and it just keeps on coming. Jordan Jacobs is in a world of danger. He is facing a man that is hell-bent on destruction, but he needs to get used to this pattern. And the reason why is because this is not the only man he's going to need to see in the next 3 weeks that has destruction hell-bent on his mind. And that very same man that wants to do the very same thing is Liam Ingle. And not just Liam Ingle, ladies and gentlemen. It is Liam Ingle, the messenger. That man is unlike anything I have ever seen in my life. And I have witnessed it. It is going to be an absolute sight to behold, ladies and gentlemen. And you got to think about it. It's it's not just human. It's almost spiritual warfare that he's facing off against. And I've seen it, and it has left chills down my spine, bugs in my skin. It is almost an out-of-body experience. And ladies and gentlemen, it's something that we're all going to endure together in 3 weeks at Pandora's Box. And Jordan Jacobs not only has to stand across from that, he has to defend everything he has built in almost the last year. All the hard work, the title defenses, the blood, sweat, and tears that goes into any kind of championship reign, that is going to be put on the line against one of the most destructive forces in the history of human existence. So Jordan Jacobs getting out of the way and looking to regroup. Reckless Rebel has been all over him for the better part of this match. So this has to be the turning point for Jacobs. If Jacobs cannot turn it around sooner than later, we just might be talking about Jordan Jacobs having to defend his title against Reckless Rebel next week if he's defeated right here tonight. And both men trading blows, and they're just trying to see who can take more punishment as they're throwing punch after punch, kick after kick. Look, they're just trading off. And both of these men are showing why they are strikers, and the crowd is coming unglued, and they're loving every second of these men just throwing punches and kicks strikes and coming out of here for an absolute war. Ooh, Jordan Jacobs showing the innovative offense, but not to be outdone by the reckless one. And this crowd is eating it all up. They love it. Jordan Jacobs seems to be in another world, though. That Enziguri might have knocked his lights out, and he's trying to reacclimate himself and get back in the ring. Reckless Rebel is looking so impressive in this match. Ooh, but Jacobs came up just a bit short on what seemed to be like that running knee strike that he loves to do so much in his matches. But that might be the lack of awareness after getting your fucking lights kicked out by Reckless Rebel. Miscalculation, and if I'm Reckless Rebel, now is the time to go out there, take the moment, and take advantage and capture one of the biggest wins of the year so far for yourself. Reckless Rebel has to stay on top of him, but he's feeling himself. He's talking his shit. And that's what you're going to do. When you have one of the most dominant champions in a compromising position, but he's never in that position. He lands it. 1, 2, ooh, not even a 2 count. But the wherewithal and the ring awareness from the champion to pull out a last-minute desperation attempt finisher out of the blue sky was something that one man can only do, and that man is Jordan Jacobs. He's moving around the ring. Oh, but that's not going to get it done. Hoists him up, and he lands it. Cover. 1, 2. Oh, and a kick out at 2.5. Folks, this is an absolute barn burner of a match. Back-to-back matches so far tonight have match of the year contenders written all over it. Both men getting out the way and doing absolutely everything to get out of each other's way. But he lands it, hoisted him up. Reckless gets elated with his own move. 1, ooh, and a kick out at 1. The Legacy Killer will not take the disrespect and won't even stay down for a 2 count. Oh, and a double spinning roundhouse kick. Something I have never seen before. That was so innovative from the United States champion, and he's working on the arms, working on the limbs. He knows Jordan Jacobs likes to take to the sky, but you can't fly if you don't got no wings. You can't fly if you don't got no legs underneath you. Reckless Rebel right now is wrestling damn near the perfect match. And I'm going to be honest with you, Jordan Jacobs was going to have to come out with something just as aggressive to counteract this onslaught from the Reckless one. Jacobs picks him up, power bomb, rolls through, knee strike, and we've seen that before from the world champion. He's throwing his shots, he's letting it know, he's planting seeds here, ladies and gentlemen. He could be talking to the world champion right there. Ooh, Reckless seemed to be going for what looked like to have been another fireman's carry face breaker, but he got out the way. But Reckless is hot. Oh, but stalled by the champion. Nailed it. Here he goes. Cover. 1, 2. Ooh, and a kick out. A kick out at 2.5 from Reckless. I understand Reckless is wrestling one hell of an amazing match, as both of these men are stalemated. They're staring at each other. They're ready to go at it. But I know Reckless has wrestled an amazing match, but he needs to avoid the big moves. I understand you are dealing damage, but if you keep taking finisher after finisher after finisher, eventually one of those finishes are going to put you down. So he has to avoid it, because although he's having a great match with tons of offense, he keeps getting struck with massive strikes, and that is a prime example of that right there. There he goes, working on the legs. He's working on the limbs. He's breaking them down. Reckless is no spring chicken, and we have to keep that in mind. He has a lot of years under his belt, but he's not showing it there with a massive knee strike, and now he needs to get on him. He's floored. He was taunting. He took his moment. Another knee strike right to that same eye that might be jacked up from those punches earlier. Reckless, take advantage. Oh, Jacobs rolling out of the way, lands a huge enziguri. Could be knocking the equilibrium right out of Reckless Rebel. Oh, but he ducks down. Oh, I think he was going what could have been that move that took down Crazy that he's been finishing it with. He has him, hoist him up, cover. 1, 2, oh, and a kick out at 2.5. Ladies and gentlemen, Reckless Rebel is on fire. Get on top of him, Reckless. Stay on top and continue to keep beating him down. You have to stay on the champion. The Phoenix is about to crash out. One of his wings are out, and it's all because of you, Reckless. But can you finish the job? Both damages on both men are taking a lot. Oh, he got him up. Lands it. Lands it, a huge spinning neck breaker. 1, 2, 3. Jordan Jacobs has somehow outlasted the most violent onslaught we have seen in some time from Reckless Rebel. And Reckless has nothing to be ashamed of. He absolutely destroyed Jordan Jacobs, and in some regards might have just taken the United States Championship away from him with the amount of damage he has put on top of that man. And ladies and gentlemen, we're getting ready for our main event. Stay with us, folks, because things are about to get real.
Once they step behind that curtain, I never come out the same. Once they step behind that curtain, I never come out the same. Once they step behind that curtain, I never come out the same. Once they step behind that curtain, I never come out the same. Once they step behind that curtain, I never come out the same. Once they step behind that curtain, I never come out the same. Once they step behind that curtain, I never come out the same. Once they step behind that curtain, I never come out the same. Once they I never come out the same. Once they step behind that curtain, I never come out the same. Once they
Ladies and gentlemen, the time has come. The moment we've been talking about all night is upon us. The main event of the evening is here, and that is the implosion of Deadly Alliance. Once and for all, we are going to put an end to the conversation. Who was the deadweight? Who was the star? And this is cathartic. It can almost be described as therapeutic as such. When you think about what Austin Zero has to do tonight, he has to go back and face one of his biggest failures, and that was the formation of Deadly Enterprise. These two men have been back and forth, subliminally throwing shots, and the relationship hasn't been the same. But if Austin Zero wants to clear his path to the World Championship, I promise you, this is the only way for that to ever happen. So tonight, he's going to have to go straight up and face everything he's wanted to avoid this entire time. And if I'm Denzel Dixon, this is the opportunity to prove to the world that you are not the dead weight that everyone thinks that you are. This is the night to get your vengeance back for the way he turned his back on you and destroyed any opportunity he has at the World Heavyweight Championship. This is about redemption. This is about the future. This is about conversion that Austin Zero likes to talk about and has spoken about time and time again. So tonight is the first step in conquering every demon that is holding him back. And every man, woman, and child has to face some sort of moment where they have to face their demons. And tonight, it's happening in front of the whole world on Mayhem for Austin Zero. But here he comes, his opponent, Denzel Dixon, a man unlike anything you've ever seen before. He He has all the grit, all the heart, one of the best young talents in all of professional wrestling, but he can't seem to get it together. But tonight could be the night that if he doesn't come up big and catch the victory, he can show the world that the time that he spent away from the TV over the last couple months, he's been training, and all the work that he's been putting in is going to be put on full display. So ladies and gentlemen, get ready because you're about to see a brand new version of Denzel Dixon, a version you've never seen before, one with heart, one with passion, and one that's going to put it all on the line tonight to not only shock the world, but capture his moment right here, tonight. Ah, yes, look into the eyes. You see it right there. He looks determined. He looks ready to get it on. Ladies and gentlemen, I can feel the air. The air is heavy. It is a big fight feel. And let's ring this bell and get it started. Oh, Austin Zero coming out the gate strong. Gotta keep in mind, man, the words of Charlie Sigma, the new general manager of Monday Night Mayhem, have to be playing in the mind of Austin Zero. If you needed any kind of motivation, if Charlie Sigma does not motivate you to come out here and finish the job, then whoa, royal flush from Denzel Dixon, already playing the mind games, using Mason Brooks' finisher, already to get into the head and throw him off his game. I told you this Denzel Dixon is very, very different from the last time. He's smarter, he's wiser, and it's being put on full display right here tonight. And as I said, you got to think about all the things that have been going on recently. Let alone recently, but let's just talk about tonight. All the things that have been happening tonight have been insane. The words of Charlie Sigma coming out here and telling every single man, woman, and child that Austin Zero has to believe in himself. Because if Zero doesn't believe in himself, there is zero chance of him capturing the World Heavyweight Championship at Pandora's Box. I don't care how much motivation you have, how much these people are behind you. If you don't believe it, it cannot be done. You have to believe it to achieve it. As Denzel Dixon comes off and lands a huge, moonsault, but it's countered by Austin Zero. Both these men are coming out here trading big moves, big blows, and putting it all on the line to try to come out here and get this win. Oh, Denzel Dixon follows up with a huge straightjacket German suplex, dropping the number one contender right on his neck. And Austin Zero, you know he's looking for that 0 hour. If he lands that 0 hour Uranage, it is all she wrote for Denzel Dixon. Oh, he goes through. Backbreaker, innovative offense from the number one contender, and he's starting to roll. He's starting to get going, and this is what we wanted to see. Once the momentum starts rolling, how can Austin Zero stockpile that momentum to put away his opponent? That has been the trouble over the last few weeks. Austin Zero, when he loses, it's because he cannot put away his opponent. There's too much stuff going on at one time. So tonight is the night where he has to continue to focus on stockpiling his momentum and put away his opponents once and for all. You don't get paid by the hour. Come in, get the job done, and get out is the name of the game for Austin Zero. As he follows through with clothesline after clothesline, a succession of clotheslines coming from Denzel Dixon. Arm trade, throwing him down, and he picks him up. This is what we're talking about here, folks. Denzel Dixon is going to have to learn how to weather the storm. And there he goes with a huge combination of jaw-jacking knee strike right to the jaw of the number one contender. And Austin Zero seems to be loopy. He seems to be in a bad way. But there he goes. Not to be outdone. He hits it through. Widow's Peak neck breaker. Going for the cover. 1, 2. Oh, and not even a 2 count from Denzel Dixon. The defiance from Denzel is all over his face. But the strength of the number one contender is on full display. But that is not going to be outdone as he just shoots right back up. And you know that was all momentum from the number one contender. Denzel lands a huge, quick strike. Oh, a huge spinning kick to the back of the head. And that's it. I think that might be it. He might be out of place. He has him up. What it seems like he's doing, pump handle driver, dumping the neck right into the ground. But this is where Denzel Dixon has to take care of the opportunity. He's getting too flashy. He's trying to hit too many moves. He needs to focus on the number one contender and finishing the job. He is toying too much, and the inexperience is coming into play. Oh, but there he goes. 0 Hour has landed. 0 Hour Uranage. 1, 2. Ooh, and that was almost it. Denzel Dixon, that better be a lesson to you, kid. Stop messing around. The next time, you might not be so lucky. Next time you have Austin Zero in a compromising position, you go for the kill shot, aim for the head, and try to capture the victory. As Austin Zero has him lined up, woo, and a chop right to the chest of Denzel Dixon, absolutely lighting it up like the fireworks on the 4th of July, and it's looking like a huge issue for the number one contender. Uppercut, and this is what I was talking about. He's getting close. The next big move he lands, he has got to finish it. He has got to land it. Denzel Dixon is not going to get another opportunity to land a huge move like that pump handle driver. But there he goes, Zero, back to the clotheslines, back to the chest area. He is taking him out. He is getting him ready for the 0 Hour Uranage. I promise you folks, he's working on him enough. If he lands it again, that might be all she wrote. But tonight has been a night of, whoa, we've seen this before. There he goes, Brainbuster DDT. 1. Oh, and a kick out at 1 from the number one contender, Austin Zero. And folks, this might be it. Denzel Dixon just shot his best shot, but he's coming out and he's throwing caution to the wind. He knows he gave his best shot and that wasn't enough. Now he needs to take it to the extra mile and do as much as he can, even if it means injuring himself, to get back into the line of victory. Both men are trading counter for counter, blow for blow. These men know each other so well. They know each other possibly better than they know themselves. They are a tag team partner, and when you have a tag team partner, it's like you had a brother. Both men going at it, trading blows for blows again. He has him up. Widow's Peak neckbreaker, going for the cover. 1, 2. Ooh, and a kick out at 2.5 again from Denzel. The forever defiant Denzel Dixon is fighting with everything he got, and the fighting spirit is on full display. He is taking a mauling. Oh, there he goes, another double arm DDT, almost mocking Denzel Dixon, hitting him with a variation of his finisher. He picks him up, and then, oh, looked like he was going for what could have been a massive knee strike. We've seen it before. 0 Hour Uranage, going for the cover. 1, 2. Ooh. He's going to have to get him up, though. This is it. He has him. He looks pissed off. He's kicked out again. Denzel does not stay down. He gets him up. Another one. Woo! Another chop to the chest. Followed up. 0 Hour Uranage. What a combo. 1, 2, 3. Austin Zero has conquered the ghost of his past and has taken the first major step in capturing the moment, pulling out a unique offense to come out here and get the win. He pulled out something we've never seen before from and this is the Austin Zero. This is the Austin that Charlie Sigma was looking for. He's here tonight. And speaking of Charlie Sigma, here is the new general manager coming out to congratulate Austin Zero. Ladies and gentlemen, we will be back here next week. What a night. Thank you for joining us, folks. We'll see you next week.